Right. So we're moving to the next round. Winston's been working out. It's been going okay. We've been doing a lot of good work on the healers. Now, Anna Mercy, they should be supporting each other more. Thankfully, they're not. We had a DC, but the guy's apologized for it. He's come back. He's picked Junkrat again. You have Junkrat and Farah. Okay. Feels bad, man. Junkrat Farah, it's kind of a odd combo. But hey. With a lot of explosive damage, but not much like reliable hit scan. We are basically our team's only source of what I would call really reliable damage. D.Va's partially that, but it's so close range that I wouldn't consider it reliable. We want to be very careful on the jump in here. Looks like Farah's positioned us just for us. Okay, let's talk about what happened here. So first things first. The ideal place, like on this map especially, the perfect positioning for our barrier, it's very similar to Reinhardt's barrier. You want it just sort of touching this wall. And you want it just like positioned like that. So that if this soldier wants to do anything on the point, he has to like run out all the way out here, or he has to like run all the way around. And during all of this time, we're going to be stood here. And we're going to be making his life a fucking misery while we do it. Isolating and killing a Soldier 76 is perfectly fine. They have a fire in the air. She's going to be a problem for someone, but she's not our problem. She's going to be a huge problem this game because we don't have any hit scan. So nothing can really deal with it, but we can definitely isolate this soldier. Like 200 hit point heroes on their own are very, very vulnerable to our damage. Very vulnerable to our damage. Very few heroes win that 1 versus 1. McCree can do it, Reaper does it, but Soldier struggles to do it. So yeah, we could cause it, and if he does start winning, then we just jump back over, and we'll feel good. I don't like this decision to turn around and go for this D.Va. Because A, she has Orb Transcendence on her, B, she has armor, C, most of our team can deal with this, and while we're pushing the soldier back, our team can just take all the time in the world to get rid of this. We are not very effective at dealing with D.Vas. Like, we can cause a problem, and like, it's sort of a bad job by their team not capitalizing it, or this D.Va just sort of isolating herself. Maybe she ran too far in front of the team. But if she had any kind of support, we would be struggling here. Luckily, our team does isolate and kill her, but they could have probably done that without us, and we could have kept that soldier pinned back, maybe got the kill on him. Reinhardt isolates himself. Their team's just fractured themselves. Which is honestly really good for us. 3 kills on Zenyatta. Nice. Good, 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 good. And hey. Orb of Transcendence, Kappa. Orb of Harmony. You guys know what the fuck... Like, okay, this is going to be a mini rant while we come back from this res. But I get this when casting as well, is when you'll say something like Orb of Transcendence. And people in chat will think they're so fucking clever and go, don't you mean Orb of Harmony? Not realizing that you're trying to convey ideas, you're trying to think about things in the heat of the moment, you're trying to describe things, and you say something, it's accurate enough to where everyone knows what the fuck you mean. And we'll cover this fight in a second, but they've got to correct you anyway. Even though it's completely meaningless, even though everyone knows what it is, even though, like, if someone says, wall hack is up, and you go, don't you mean infrasight? Like, how's that helpful? Everyone knows what wall hack is, everyone knows what it means. Anyway, okay, this is always going to be a bold thing, but we're trying to basically play for time. The big thing right now is that we almost have an ultimate, so if we're going to be stalling, we definitely want to be trying to hit as many targets as possible. It's just unfortunate that the Reinhardt gets the pin on us. We should be definitely trying to get on this Mercy, just to deal this 1% more damage. Just hold left mouse button, Q. Q, 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 Q. Ow. So I think we went in not really aware of our resources, so make sure that when you are going into a fight like this especially, we are keeping the, keeping an eye on stuff like, you know, where's my ultimate at? What can I do with that when I get it? What's my objective jumping in here? Because we're coming in and we can see, like, we should be thinking about the plan. And chat is now being smart ass. It's the pin, don't you mean charge? It's still a pin. When a Reinhardt gets a target, it is called a pin. That is a technical term. Still applies. Fuck you. Okay, so we can see, like, we have 2 targets dead. We've got a Farah who's been flying around up here as well, as we'll see her when we're coming in. We've got, like, 2 targets that are relatively low. Things are not looking good. We are basically playing for time and reinforcement. So when we do make this jump in, we should be thinking, okay, I am here to stall. The best way for me to do that is to just be as disruptive as possible, survive as long as possible, build this ultimate, and then use the regen that we can get from that. So all I'd be looking to do is just try and get this and press Q. And then maybe jump around and just be annoying, and just make sure that this point is contesting as long as possible, so maybe our team can try and do something. It's a bit optimistic. I don't think you still win. I don't think you win this fight either way, just based on the team lineup. I could be proved wrong in a second, but I have severe doubts. Sound barrier's gone in. There's nerf this. Sorry, self-destruct. I have to be very careful. There's barrage. It's not justice. It's not anything like that. It's barrage, guys. See, isn't it fun being pedantic? And holy shit, we actually hold this. We might have done it with us still alive if we pressed Q, and that would have been nicer. And definitely want to get on this Mercy. Good. We should be trying to find a. We should be trying to reassess a little bit more. Like, we get this Mercy, but the Soldier 76 I noticed was very low. Hello, Mercy. So we want to be like getting on this Soldier rather than focusing on this Diva. Just because the Soldier will take less time for us to burn down. Or it might not be. Yeah, it's Soldier, I think, because that's his sights. Sorry, tactical visor. And his tactical visor goes and kills us, which feels really bad, man. Yeah, just a little bit of target reprioritization. Like, there are very few times on Winston when we want to be drilling on tanks when there's other targets alive, just because it takes us so long to kill a tank. So in this instance here, like, we do a good job. We get on the Mercy, we see that she's low. And then when we, like, turn here, we should be turning a bit more to the left, just checking, is there something better for me to do than shooting this Diva with, like, 400 hit points? Because that's going to take us a good 8 seconds to kill. Well, about 7 seconds to kill if she's not getting healing, which she is. So it's going to take us a while. Like, our team might help us kill it, but we should definitely be looking for, like, you know, the Anna, the Soldier, stuff that we can kill way faster. And then we have anti-heal on us. We're sort of locked in front of a Diva. They have sights. We're just taking damage, and then it hurts. Luckily, somehow our Pharah goes freaking crazy, gets a kill. Somehow they still haven't taken the point. Their Pharah is floating around outside of the point, just shooting into spawn. Don't like this choice to jump on the Pharah, just because this happens. This universally happens whenever you jump on a Pharah, especially if you haven't seen her use a rocket boost in a while. This is what happened. Yeah. By Pharah. And it's not so bad in this instance because there's nothing there to really punish this, but you got to remember, like, jump is still, it's not a huge cooldown, but it's long enough to where if we land, we've sort of committed to it, and then we have to spend 6 seconds sort of, you know, you've made your bed, now you have to lie in it, basically, when you're playing Winston. And when you jump in, and if you jump in badly, you are stuck there for 6 seconds. You might have a barrier to help you out. Again, we shouldn't be focusing on this. We should be looking for something else to do, just because we aren't doing no damage to this Diva. Like, now that she's lost her armor, now we're doing damage. Now this is good. And then the Reinhardt has no good decision, so he dies. She's doing a good job. The enemy Pharah is just not getting value somehow, which is crazy, but it's happening. Feels good. Let's definitely stay on this Mercy. I would honestly be happy with us just turning around and staying on the Mercy. We already got her to half, and the nice thing is that Mercy's dashed away from Anna. So basically, if you think about, like, the situation that Mercy's in, like, if you imagine you can just zoom out and imagine, you know, from top down, the situation looks like this. Let's use a nice blue, so hopefully it will stand out. Okay, so this is the control point. It's a nice big circle. And you got, like, the wall here. Okay, and the wall here, surrounding it. And it all goes over here, and then you got this bit here. Circle in the middle, 2 prongs. Okay, you've got a nice top-down view of Lijiang Tower. Okay, make sense? Good. I'm glad everyone's following along. So, Anna is over here. Gonna make sure my head's not in the way. We're over here. Diva's still, like, here, and Mercy has gone over here. How in the fuck is Anna ever gonna stop us killing Mercy? If she wants to heal Mercy, she has to come in this way. In which case, we'll be moving this way anyway, so we'll be jumping after the Mercy or whatever. And then heal through Diva, who can defense matrix, who can just body block heals, who can be a big annoying target. And then the big fat... Oh, fuck, wrong button. And the big fat Winston, who's just stood in front of the Mercy anyway. And this is, again, another... Just, you know, it's worth iterating on and repeating, because this is also true with Reinhardt. This is true with Diva, this is true with Roadhog, where if the target is, like, if you can position yourself between the Anna and the target, Anna can't heal the target. Anna's just shooting into your back, which is kind of annoying, but after the upcoming patch, fuck it, who gives a shit? 60 damage? You will laugh at 60 damage. You have a ton of hit points. That's fine for you. You don't care about that. You can just kill the Mercy, turn around, get healed up by your supports, and just go, yeah, what's up? What's up? You didn't do anything. Your friendly support killed themselves, and then you go and kill the Anna as well, and you laugh all the way to the bank as your elo fucking soars through the skies and goes to the moon. Instead, we focus on the Anna, and the danger with focusing on the Anna is that this shit could have sleep dart any second now. And in all that time, also, Mercy's just getting value and healing stuff up. So, like, Anna, if you know that her cooldowns are down, then fine, you can focus her. But if you don't know for certain that her cooldowns aren't down, it's very, very risky. We definitely want to try and knock this guy off. We're knocking him into the team! No! No! We positioned him! We positioned him! Oh, no. That bomb might just get us. Ugh. Yeah. So, because we don't land, like... There's something that a lot of Winston players don't know, which is when you primal rage, you can let go of left mouse button and not knock stuff around. So what we could do, instead of like doing left mouse button and swinging in when we jump, we could wait till we land, see how we land, and then adjust accordingly. So we actually land ourselves in front of Soldier, and I think if we just turned around, we'd have probably knocked him back and away and into the pit. So again, just calm down. It sounds weird because you're primal raging, you're not calm, you're the opposite of calm. But just calm down, relax, think about it strategically. In situations like that where we are looking to actively displace someone, the worst thing we can do is basically what happened, which is where we place him. He's not being displaced, he's being placed. This is where he wants to be. He's actually fired off his ultimate in a really silly position, thanks to us, basically. We've knocked him away, this is good. He's now out of line of sight of our entire team for the next couple of seconds. And then we sort of undo all our hard work and put him back into position where he can deal damage. Luckily, you know, we have sound barrier as well. He doesn't get any value. Our team positions well, reacts accordingly and appropriately. Good job jumping away while we're anti-healed. And anti-heal, when we're anti-healed, we just want to be avoiding as hard as we can, and we just want to have as many targets as possible on the left mouse button. Good. Right, reprioritization. We moved away from the tanks, which is a good change. Good. We're noticing that focusing the tanks isn't really doing anything. Down they go. Okay. Why did our Junkrat kill himself? I have no clue. I think this is no, it can't be self-explosives. I don't know. I don't know how he did it. Maybe he got knocked off by something. Maybe he messed up his... Yeah, he messed up his jump, by the looks of things. That, to me, looks like a messed up jump. Where he's tried to jump from spawn or something, and he's just landed in the pit. Because that's Junkrat going into the pit. No idea why. I mean, this is a crazy fight, and honestly, it's still winnable, but there will be nothing wrong with actually... Okay, so the advanced strat here is you basically say, guys, we can fight it out, but whatever you do, for the love of God, do not do what that Mercy just did. Don't use an ult. Don't use a single ultimate. Just fight, build up ultimates if you don't have them, because, ladies and gents, there is a secret to Overwatch, which is that you win the game by completing the objectives, and it's a lesser known secret. But if you notice this thing here in the middle, these two numbers actually have a lot of meaning in the game, huge amounts of meaning. So this 99 is actually really good for us. This 0 is really bad for them, because what that means is that if they lose a single fight after taking this point, they lose the game. And so what we can do is we can force them to use ultimates by just being disruptive around the point. You notice they just use Earth Shatter, they've used Tactical Visor, they've used, they might have used Nano Boost earlier, they just used the Diva Bomb, sorry, Self-Destruct. They've used all these resources. And we're fine with that. Use them, go nuts. Take the point, because there's no difference between winning 99 to 0 and winning 99-99 in like raw game mechanical terms. There's no difference between those two victories. You don't earn bonus points for having a perfect score. You don't earn anything silly like that in Overwatch. So if they get to 20% and then you walk in, fire off 6 ultimates and win the fight and just take the game, A++. And stuff like this is very, very important. Because I've seen teams do this where they'll start throwing resources at fights that they don't need to take. And what it means is that you end up losing the game. And this is like, you know, I was being a bit of a Joker earlier, but it is a very important concept to understand that you don't have to win this fight. So we can hold on to resources, and just being the guy to go into voice comms and go, guys, yeah, just don't use ultimates. We don't have to win this. Make them use their stuff, but don't use ours. And then when they take it, we just come back in and we just fire everything we win. Don't be afraid to be that guy in chat. Because everyone will probably go, huh, that's actually a good point. And then you just do it and you win. Instead, people are firing, like, they just fired a barrage. They fired a barrage into a fight they already won. For some reason, D.Va's going back in. This is where you really got to get them to voice. This is where voice comes to a certain point. You just say, D.Va, just let it go. Back out. This D.Va is feeding and just slowing down how many fights we have available and how much time we have available to do things. It's forcing us to do a sloppy engage. This D.Va's already demeched, and now we're throwing ourselves in after it. Our team can't support us because they're not as mobile as us, and now we're stuck as well. And this is how, like, trickling in happens, where one person, like, sees someone going in, and then the second person goes in thinking, oh my god, I gotta save him, I gotta do something. You get on voice comm, say, D.Va, don't go in. And D.Va will go, huh, maybe I shouldn't. And then what happens is you just wait, and even if that D.Va does go in, you just stop and wait. You just don't follow it in. You group up. You do this grouping up stuff, because it's really good. Because you notice now that Mercy followed you in, Farah followed you in. This was on 0%. Now it's on 36. That was basically a team fight. And it's trickling into like a second team fight's worth of time, because we're now waiting on the 10-second respawns, because everyone died one by one. Drop a barrier. Wow! Wow! Look at this fucking Kobe Bryant shit that's about to happen here. What the fuck? Hopefully that's the correct basketball reference. I am not sure. Just... wow. Just... oh wow. Why does Justin think common sense works at low ranks? Outside, like, I know people say this stuff, but why isn't anyone saying this stuff? Like, if it's so common sense, why isn't someone saying it? And you'd be surprised how often people, like, tunnel vision and like, oh, I've got to get on the objective, got to do something, got to win now. If someone just says, no guys, calm down, it's okay, you'd be surprised how often it sort of resets people's mentality and they go, huh, no, it is okay. Because you notice that now, like, why is this guy typing fuck's sake rush? If someone just says, relax. And if someone said this like at 0%, then suddenly everyone just goes, yeah, wait, we've got all the time in the world. Like, we can take our time with this. Now that it's 85%, now there is no time. Now you've got to go in, and now you've got to try and force things doing. And all this D.Va's done non-stop is just come out of spawn, dash in, and try and do something on point. It's like she still thinks it's the fight at 99% to 0. She still thinks that fight is happening. She hasn't mentally reset and sort of gone, huh, what's the actual way that we win this? And hasn't thought about it. And it hurts. It does hurt to see. It hurts to watch it happen. My point is that 4 out of 5 times I try and tell someone to not to trickle in, I guess they'll still want to poke. That's just a bad habit that most people have, that people, like, poking is one thing. What this D.Va is doing is suicide, though, and she hasn't, like, mentally reset herself, and it's a miracle that you guys won this game. And if someone isn't listening and just keeps, like, diving in, you'll be, like, the other 5 people will probably listen. And they'll probably hold on, and the 6th person will clue in, and you actually have enough time for morons to catch up. Like, there was enough time there. The fact that this was a 1 fight is ridiculous. There is no way that you guys should win this. So hey, the outplay potential is real. I think the Tracer just does a good job getting a shit ton of damage out. And then they just don't kill you fast enough because Lucio isn't dying and their Farah is playing so timid. So timid. And then the Mercy trickles in, tries to go for a big hero play. Like, the Farah's not doing anything. The Farah hasn't been doing anything all game. Right, see. We're back in Control Center. Again, not the greatest map in the world for Winston, but it kind of worked for us before. We have a Tracer now, which is great because we work well with this Tracer. We synergize great with the Tracer. Makes sense because they're two good friends. It's a bit of lore. Ludo narrative, I don't know. The opposite of dissonance. What is the opposite? Harmony? Harmony is the opposite of dissonance. Ludo narrative harmony. There you go. There's a fancy nerd term. Again, reprioritizing. Like okay, this is the moment when I first watched the VOD where I realized that like this really needs highlighting because I just really do want to draw your attention to this. We spent 1 second, 2 seconds, 3 seconds. We spent 3 seconds DPSing D.Va. She's lost about 50 hit points. She does not give a fuck. We could have been hitting all these people coming in. We could have been hitting the Reinhardt. Not really for much, but we definitely could have been hitting this Anna. Could have been hitting the Lucio. Actually doing damage to targets that we do damage on. Now we're really overcommitting. We can't take a jump like this without a bubble. And I'll talk about that in a second. But we could have been doing damage to targets that actually take damage, rather than D.Va. Armor does a lot to stop us. Okay, this jump. This is a jump we take if we have a bubble. We don't have a bubble. So what we're basically doing is you are in 500, you have 500 hit points. Yeah, you've just jumped into the middle of their team with 500 hit points. That's really not a lot to their team. We're lucky that they didn't turn around and focus us and kill us faster, but there's just no way that anything good comes out of that, because if you think about the time to kill for us, how long did it take us to kill a target? Well, we're Winston, so it's ballpark just over 50 DPS. Like, let's just go with that, because it might factor in a little bit of Lucio healing or whatever. So it's about 50 DPS, okay? That means that a 200 hit point hero dies in 4 seconds. That means if we can't kill them in 4 seconds and they kill us, that's bad news. So if we jump into a situation where we can't last 4 seconds, we lose. We just jumped into a situation where we can't last 4 seconds. And it's getting used to that mentality of understanding that our DPS is really low. So we need to have either other DPS coming in and supporting us, or the bubble to play around and actually do things with. That's Reinhardt being healed by an Anna. They don't give a fuck. And there's one thing I also want us to notice. When we see this, this is when, like, my brain at least goes, huh, okay, we've just seen a D.Va, a Reinhardt, and a Winston. Huh. What are we actually doing now? Well, we can sort of cause problems for their supports, kind of, but they are really tanky. D.Va's pretty good at dealing with us. Reinhardt, so. They're, you know, Winston and mirror matchup. But, and this is the point of the game which I found pretty funny, which was that we swapped off Roadhog because we felt like Roadhog wasn't working. We felt like Roadhog wasn't getting value. And this is another one of those moments where, like, we made the correct decision to sort of, well, it seems that we made the correct decision to leave Roadhog behind. Now's the point when we go, maybe it's time to get him again. Because they have completely changed how they're playing. They are very tank heavy. They are very, very built around D.Va's defense matrix and then Reinhardt's barrier. They have a Winston that we can punish super hard. This would be a good time to bring the Roadhog back out. Let's try and get on this soldier. This is good, this is good, this is good, this is good. That boot was a little bit, unfortunately, misplaced. If we can knock Soldier 76, like, think of this like a playpen. You know, this is Soldier 76's little playpen. This area here, I just connect it to, like, this over here. Imagine putting a barrier over this. As long as he just stays in his little playpen, he can play with his tactical visor, because he can say, I've got you in my sights, but Widowmaker, he fucking ain't. He can't see through walls. And as long as there's a wall in front of his face, he ain't killing our team. It would be a really good way of denying his ultimate. Unfortunately, we sort of misplace ourselves, and we don't... We're sort of going for it, but also we're just trying to, I don't know, deal damage. If we just try and stop him getting out of his playpen a little bit earlier, might have worked out a little bit better, but I think we still managed to block most of the damage, which is good. Unfortunately, like, heal grenade goes on him. On the bright side, now I'm fine with us focusing on the Lucio, because it's going to be hard for them to do much, but unfortunately Lucio just speed boosts away. That's going to be even more of a problem with new Lucio, by the way. He will just be able to just get away from us. Yeah, I'm okay-ish with that jump, I guess. I think the barrier here might be a little bit excessive. We don't quite need it just yet, but we're a bit scared. I understand why we placed it. It just would have been nice to be able to put the barrier down here, but again, the barrier won't really stop their damage. And this is sort of the problem that I saw going forward in this game, where we just didn't have... Like, we no longer have options, because Winston is a character that is... He's great in situations like this. Like, you see how Soldier struggled to survive that. He had to place his heal field way earlier if he was going to do anything there. But suddenly, we are just contributing nothing. Like, we just don't have enough damage to deal with these tanks, especially like Anna healing, and if Anna can get a grenade on a target like that, we can't do anything anymore. Because especially with Lucio healing plus Anna grenade, it's impossible to deal enough damage. And even though we're hitting like 3 targets at once, we're still just going down to all their big meaty targets. We're not killing them before they kill us. Winston is definitely a hero that you've got to sort of really internalize the idea of time to kill, because Winston lives and dies on time to kill. And so time to kill it's a simple graph of how long does it take to kill a target. With Winston, it's pretty simple. If you just think of his DPS as about 50, you can break the enemy hit points into 50 hit point chunks, and then adjust accordingly. So if I solo this hero, it's going to take me 4 seconds to kill them. Or in the case of D.Va, if they have armor, you've got to add quite a lot of time, actually. So if they have armor, you've got to be really careful, and you shouldn't really be shooting targets with armor unless you're just going through a Reinhardt barrier. And then just sort of trying to get value off the back of that. D.Va Bomb keeps us up in this fight. But honestly, I feel like even though we're hitting a lot of targets, we're probably dealing a lot of damage, but it's not enough burst damage to get through these tanks. And this is why Winston basically disappeared, and this is probably why in Season 3 Winston was one of the least played heroes, if not the least played hero, I think is the statistic that was put out there. Because he's just shit at killing tanks. Every other tank has a better time to kill than he does. So yeah, like, he's just not gonna get anything done. And okay, like, we can hunt down the supports, we do a good job there. Junkrat also gets a good grade in, so we get the burst damage. But you notice, even with the supports dead, we are struggling on cleanup. Like, that's the insanity of this situation. Even with the supports dead, we are not cleaning up. And now the Anna's come back. And now she's healing them up again. And we killed her, well, now she's down, gone and removed. Surely the enemy tank should die. Down goes one. Nope, she's put out a bomb. Junkrat tire gets huge value. Okay. Okay. The cleanup's happened. The dream is alive. Now Winston's back. He's overcommitted. He's trickled in. Can we kill him? Can we punish this? Do we have the DPS to do it? Barely. Junkrat managed to get through and kill him. Okay. Is this the end of this match? Spoiler. No. No, it isn't. And you could just see that the Winston pick, like, we're doing a good job. We're staying on the tanks, but Tracer plus Winston against this team lineup does not deal enough damage. They are playing triple tank in a slightly unorthodox way. The Junkrat's doing a lot of hurt at the moment. The D.Va's probably doing a lot of hurt in the moment, but none of it is meaningful enough to really get through them. Really don't like that nano boost on the Reinhardt. That should definitely be going to someone else. I do like that. That was a very nice bubble, though. Like, he's done that on the point. This D.Va is going to kill him. Putting the bubble on him just means that Junkrat probably going to survive and going to make it difficult to get rid of the Riptire. One of the few things that can actually score kills, but all he gets is a D.Va mech. And I wouldn't be surprised to see another nano boost come out in about 5 seconds, because the Anna's just staying alive and just healing all these big targets over and over and over and over and over. And you notice that nothing is dying. We almost got the Anna. D.Va's back in her mech. Nothing's still dying. They've now got Sound Barrier up because Lucio's been healing a shitload. There's another D.Va bomb. Reinhardt's not dying. And yeah, this is Winston at his worst. Winston at his best is when he's got lots of low hit point targets, when he's got lots of things that he can shoot. You know, against Genji, Tracer is so-so just because Tracer wants to avoid where Winston is, but you can sort of punish Tracer a bit. So Winston's okay-ish against Tracer. Okay-ish. You can sort of punish Tracer, but it's very hard to do anything more than just a bit of light punishment, which everyone enjoys. And we can isolate targets, but we're struggling so much. And the Soldier is putting out a lot of damage and getting a lot done, I imagine, on their team. The Lucio has another fucking Sound Barrier. On average, the way I think of Sound Barrier is you usually get 2, maybe 3 on a good game. That Lucio feels like he has a Sound Barrier every 5 seconds, and that's because, like, we're just sort of feeding his ultimate. Constantly. And that's why this fight is a huge clusterfucky brawl, because no one can kill anyone, which is surreal. And honestly, they should have killed you a long time ago. And it's a testament to probably the ability of the Tracer. I think the Tracer is doing a lot of carrying at the moment. just... it boggles the mind. We're doing good by being annoying. Like, these jumps into the air are actually very good, especially if you have a Lucio. It just means that you're constantly getting the Lucio healing. How that interacts with new Lucio, I'm not quite sure. Just make sure you're landing in the circle, I guess, with new Lucio. Like, but going up into the air is just a good way of buying a couple more seconds. Just make sure you're not doing it against stuff like this. I like the fact that we're jumping up to him, taking a bit of damage, ulting, pushing him away, isolating one of the few tools they have for complete cleanup. That's good. Very good. We basically traded Soldier ult for our ult, and that's a massive advantage because Primal Rage is a bit of a shit ult. So we're fine with that. Fine with us staying on the Ana. They have another nano boost. Another nano boost going on to Reinhardt of all things. Notice that everyone just runs away. Doesn't give a shit. Like, Reinhardt would have killed with a charge that he would have got anyway. Nano boosting Reinhardt, never really happy with it. Finally! Finally! Do you actually win? No, surely not. No. Like, that hurt to watch. Just lost a round in overtime that lasted about 5 minutes. It's weird because, like, people think that... like, in chat, people are saying, that was incredible, that was amazing. I bet you, if either team had someone that just went and picked Roadhog, that fight would have ended so much faster. Because you would have been able to kill things. The ability to kill things is very important. I don't like what we're doing here. So again, think very carefully in terms of, like, how are we going to prevent damage? Again, we have no coordination, which is hurting us. If we knew that the team was following us, we could probably attempt to jump, like, here. So the thing with Lijiang Tower on this point, on Night Market, is when you jump in, try and jump a little bit short of the enemy team so that you can duck into the line of sight here and then sort of pull back to your team if you need to. So you have some option of cover. If you jump too far into the back line, you just get surrounded and killed. And, like, the D.Va could come in and block any Ana healing, for example. Like, she could just walk in over here and just make sure that Ana can't support you, and then you would just get stuck over here and die. So if we aim the jump about here and put a big bubble down, and if everyone's pushed in this way, then it means we can do stuff like fight this D.Va and feel perfectly safe about it. Jumping in here, I think, is just a little bit greedy. Like, if we're going to try and take the point instantly, then we should be going to the right, and we should just be avoiding the courtyard entirely. What we're doing here is we're sort of trying to do both things at the same time. Really nice job isolating the Lucio. Lucio's fucked up here. Unfortunately, he's got the heal grenade on him. He might still go down, though. This is where, again, coordination would work wonders. Just saying that you're on the Lucio and he's low, the Tracer should come in and just clean that up. Doing a lot of good damage, but because most of our team is dead now, feels bad, man. Just a little coordination, I think, would have worked wonders here. A little bit of voice chat. Like, we've done a lot of damage. Like, we built up an ultimate already, which is huge. We should leave this D.Va to the rest of them. Yeah, we should be positioning here. And, oh, no. So what I've noticed when I was staring here is this D.Va is already dead. This D.Va is out of the fight. She's going to be cleaned up by our D.Va, no fucking problem. The big thing to be scared of is the fact that, you know, there's grenades bouncing in off here and coming in here. That means that there's a Junkrat coming, you know, where there's smoke, there's fire. So if we just go and stand here while ulting, and if Junkrat turns the corner, he gets launched and he goes, whoa, and then falls down the pit, which feels really nice. So yeah, so we just stand here, and we just aim that way, then we'll just punch him off. No problem. Did Reinhardt just... Right, okay. Okay. There, Reinhardt did something a little bit silly. This is slightly greedy. I'm more okay with it if we were paying attention to what we were aiming at. We seem to panic a little bit here. It's like we realized that this was a big mistake. Like, this jump is greedy. Like, when I see this, I see a support, I see a Soldier 76 who has healing as well. He's running towards where a large health pack usually is, so there's a big chance that he just picks that up. And then if he does pick that up, we are stood inside a Soldier 76, a Junkrat, and a Lucio. We have no bubble. Like, think again, the 6-second concept. Yeah, he picks up the health pack. If the Junkrat just turned around, we don't survive 6 seconds here. Especially on 300 hit points. We are dead here if the Junkrat was actually paying any real attention. And then we suddenly get lost because we just get lost and we step in the trap. The Junkrat actually laid absolutely ages ago. It just feels like we sort of panicked a bit. We sort of realized, oh god, that decision was bad. Hopefully, like, that was a very easy one to call, like, up in post-game reflections. Just remember, when you jump, you have 6 seconds of... That's where you're committed. That's what you're committed to. A little bit early on this barrier. Remember what I said about Annas? There's an Anna over here. Hello, Anna. Just marking her out for you. So we don't like Anna. We have a big bubble. If we walk towards Anna, so we're going to land like here. If we just trot a little bit this way and put the bubble so that it envelops, like even if it's here, it will probably just like clip Anna and just make it kind of awkward. Or we can move into more this way and just put a bubble down here. And suddenly fighting it in like all of this space becomes really awkward for the Anna. And then we just turn around and we isolate the Anna. We bubbled in away the 2 tanks and we can try and focus the Anna a little bit. I just think when we land here, we're sort of protecting ourselves, but no one's paying attention to us. No one's noticed that we're even here. Like, they're so busy killing the other shit that they haven't noticed we're here. Now they notice we're here. That's a good result for us, that he shadowed us. And they've used a Junkrat tire on a Winston that was already dead. That's a problem. I wonder where this tire's going. What's that noise? Says Mercy to Lucio. I don't know, I'm too busy listening to my funky beats, says Lucio to Mercy, and then they both explode. Shit that should not be happening. Okay, all is not lost though. Gotta wait for your supports. It's a naked diva bomb. Wow. I hate divas that do this. You guys have heard me say this so many times. This is a naked diva bomb. What do I mean by naked diva bomb? I mean a diva bomb that has nothing else going on with it. Junkrat's busy committing suicide somewhere on the sidelines, whatever. It's a Junkrat. Okay. He throws in the bomb, there's nothing else creating any pressure. Nothing is doing anything. They just stand behind the barrier. Barrier takes 1,000 damage. Sucks for Reinhardt a bit, but honestly, he doesn't care that much. And now that bomb is into our push. Like, we can't commit now. We take a shitload of damage as a result, and we lose our diva mech as we push in. Their diva bomb, perfectly fine with it. Counter push, fine, okay, works for me. I'd say the diva could get slightly more value out of it by just advancing forward a little bit, trying to shell out a bit of damage first, take a bit of damage, and then maybe dropping the bomb. But we'll be fine with that diva bomb. Our diva bomb. Oh. Just why? Like, why not just go in, shell out some damage, when you die you press Q, and even though the bomb might not do anything, A, it's during a fight so people can be confused and lost and get blown up anyway. B, Reinhardt's barrier is more relevant in combat than out of combat, so you would have dealt damage to his barrier regardless, and maybe be enough to shatter it and get rid of it. C, you get a new mech that you instantly get value out of in combat, even as just a pure self-heal tool. It is useful. Divas, for the love of God. Bomb is not an initiation tool. I will say it non-stop. Non-frickin' stop. Because holy shit. Holy shit. It drives me insane. Okay. This is a scary time for us because they've just dropped the beat. We aren't killing much with drop the beat. Everyone's dead. Let's try and get out. Ooh, free soldier. Remember what I was talking about with time to kill? No! Okay, let it go, let it go, let it go, let it go. No, 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 no. Jump, 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 jump. Okay. This is a really nice illustration, though, of, like, it's unfortunate we start this fight. Like, we should be reloading when we're in the air. Just a small optimization. When out of combat, reload. True for every hero. When we land, if we did that reload, like, there's no way this soldier kills us before we kill him. Even with his heal field down, he would struggle, and probably reinforcements come in. The second he gets back to his team, and especially when that heal grenade goes off, Lucio's passive healing plus Anna heal grenade is more than we can handle, basically. It's more than we can handle, especially when Anna is there, they have a heal field, and the rest of the team is there. That increases the time to kill too much for us to deal with. We get out at this moment. We just leave. We just jump over the wall, get out, regroup. There's nothing we can do there. Okay. Let's get on to the next fight, because I'm aware that we're running quite long already. So we have opportunities, like this is actually a good point for these, this sort of ult. The big thing that we want to do is, we actually don't want to land here. And the reason why is all we're doing now is we're doing like that thing that I was talking about earlier, where we're sort of being disruptive, but we're being disruptive to our team as well. Our team can't do shit at the moment. What would be nice is right at the start of this ult, when we land here, if we're going to jump anywhere, we want to be trying to land here, so we just jump like pretty much vertically and then land pretty much right in the middle of them and try and knock the back half of their team in. But honestly, I would be fine if Lucio speed boosts us, we just walk into their team and we just try and nudge them out this door. And even if like some of them scatter to this side, some of them scatter to this side, if we even get 1 or 2 out, like that's an instant kill. That's huge value. This control point is really, really, really good for Primal Rage because there are 3 big holes in it. Is lovely for us. Nothing wrong with 3 big holes as we knock stuff out of them. And even if they don't get knocked off, even if they're not kills, they're out of the fight. And if they're out of the fight, we're doing our job as a tank, right? It's as good as them not being dead. It's as good as them being dead, sorry. So what did I just say? There we go. By what we're doing here, by jumping over them, we're just making life hard for our team. If anything, we should have just turned and maybe tried to drill the Anna. So we see the Anna gets knocked into a corner here. Like, turning onto this Anna would have been okay-ish, because if we're just, like, clubbing Anna, then she can't heal through us, and if she still has a sleep dart, which she might not, it's just the risk we got to take, because she can... And Anna will sleep an ulting Winston. It's an easy target for Anna. If she has sleep dart available, you are going to get hit by it. The nice thing for us is that they have a Junkrat, so we'd instantly wake up. Good re-engage, good target prio. Let's get back onto the Lucio. Lovely, lovely, lovely job by there, Reinhardt. Lucio delivers himself onto us. Come, my child. Thank you. Thank you for the free kill. Good attempt to dodge the tire, but feels bad, man. And that tire, I think, just puts an end to the game. So, quick summary while we wait for play of the game. Positioning. Use walls. Hug walls. Remember, we can be doing constant damage. So we should be doing that. Really, really good example in that first control center point where we just like jump onto the point and then we just stand next to D.Va for a good 5 seconds, not doing anything. We could be standing next to the wall just dealing damage. And it makes Reinhardt's, like if you've ever played Reinhardt and a Winston's just left clicking on you, it makes you so uncomfortable. That was in Get, yeah, I'm pretty sure that was on the video, not someone actually calling me. I hope it was anyway. People shouldn't be calling me. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that was on the video, I hope. Jesus, that freaked me out. Who's calling me on Skype? Who the fuck is calling me? Anyway. 90 limbs, Jesus Christ. Just be careful when we jump in. Remember, like, do we have barrier up? How long can we survive after we jump in? Are we likely to survive our 6 seconds? Always big questions that we should be asking whenever we jump in. There's also one thing I want to mention that isn't really... It's difficult to do on this map, but it's good on stuff like... you'll see it a lot in Temple of Anubis, for example, where Winston's will be setting up on high ground and just drilling down. I know non-locked is a big advocate of this kind of play. Whereas Winston, if you can position yourself where the enemy team has trouble seeing you, so if you're like on like a ledge next to an area they need to go through, and this is sort of... It sort of applies on the control center map. Like, let's go back to what I was talking about. Should be pretty easy to find because it's like right at the start. Like this moment here. Like there's a very similar logic. Like let's say if there was like a lip here on the edge of this door and we just like sit a big monkey face up here. Got glasses. Weird glasses. And we just hang out up here and just like shoot down with a big Tesla cannon. This is really annoying for the enemy team to push through. And we're still kind of tanking. In the worst case, we just drop a bubble and the bubble will block damage. You can do the same thing when you stood over here. You can do the same thing when stood technically over here, but the problem with over here is that they have line of sight on you, so damage. It hurts. So definitely be using these walls more. Otherwise, Primal Rage, just calm down, think about your objectives. Are we trying to contest stuff, in which case we jump around a lot, then we are happy knocking people left, right, and center. Otherwise, just try and isolate a single target, or look for an easy knockoff. Like, those are sort of your big options. Good job on locking down Soldier 76. Good job on just, like, we started doing it more towards the end on reassessing our targets. Avoid focusing tanks, especially when they have armor up, which is not going to kill them. So there's no point, really, unless we're like doing stuff to, like, this in case where we're making D.Va uncomfortable. Okay, fine, we have nothing else to shoot, but we should be using this time to reposition and going forward a bit. Because while we're making D.Va uncomfortable, now we're uncomfortable. Like, what are we doing? Yeah, nothing's happening. Okay, so chat now has questions, so let's take some questions from chat.